Hi, welcome to the tea tasting. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Would you like to try some tea today?
Sure, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this is our Lishan Oolong tea, exclusive to 吃茶三千. It's a very extensibility tea, meaning we have the ability to roast it at 5 different roasting profiles.
Oh, I see.
Do you enjoy tea?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I myself like tea and coffee, so I really love that this tea, we can roast it at 5 different profiles.
Oh, the different colors as well.
Exactly, I'm glad you noticed that. Do you prefer a darker or light tea?
What's the difference? Is it something more caffeine or is the lighter is more caffeine or less caffeine?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So the lighter tea has the most caffeine because it is the least roasted. As you slowly roast more and more, it loses much of the caffeine, but the flavor changes.
Okay.
So you're gonna have distinct flavors with each roasting profile.
Okay, so what's the roast name to me? Like dawn, morning light? Sounds like a different time in the day, right?
Yeah, so about that, there's a story behind the leaves. So all these leaves are handpicked by Chucha-sanchen's best tea farmers. And because, we wanted to pay a little tribute or respect to their work life, this represents their day from, morning to sunset. So we start with dawn, we end at night.
Cool, cool. And also have those Chinese characters on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool, right?
Which one you recommend?
Yeah, so since it's a little towards the afternoon, I recommend daylight.
Okay.
The daylight has a balance between aroma and aftertaste.
Okay.
You're gonna get the best of both worlds.
That's good. Yeah, let's try that.
Absolutely.
So what are those? Those are balance?
Yeah, so these are akasha scales.
Okay.
These are very high grade scales, they're very sensitive, but we follow the international tea competition standards.
Okay.
All right, so would you like to try the daylight?
Yeah, sure.
I'm glad.
And how much should I put in there? And you put it in the scale, right?
Yeah, so first up first, we're gonna go ahead and grab our cup. Okay, we're gonna heat our cup. So it's important to heat our cup because this white porcelain cup will retain a lot of the heat.
Okay.
So the important thing with tea is that we keep it hot because when we lose temperature, the flavor of the tea also changes.
Oh.
So you want to provide the best quality and best tasting tea. So we preheat our tea.
Pretty good. Okay.
It starts with the cup.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So let's go ahead and wipe our cup.
Right.
Right? So we measure out precisely 3 grams.
3 grams.
3 grams of the tea leaves. Yeah, so a lot of places they don't really measure out their tea leaves, but here, Chicha Sanchen, it's a real science.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Looks fun.
Right, so our water is heated up to 95 degrees Celsius.
95. Okay.
Okay. All right, and then we set a timer for 6 minutes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You need to put the cap on.
Yep. So while that's brewing, I'm gonna share a little story about this tea.
Okay.
Okay, so Lishan Oolong tea, as I mentioned, it's a high extensibility tea. So we're able to roast it at 5 different roasting profiles, and it represents the start of the tea farmer's day from morning to night.
Yes.
Okay. What we love about this tea is that it is handpicked by our very best tea farmers. So because it's such a delicate tea, they have to be handpicked delicately by each farmer. Each tea leaf has 2 leaves and 1 bud.
Yeah.
The 2 leaves are for the sweetness and aroma, and then the bud is for the aftertaste.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's a very, very poetic tea, in my opinion.
Yeah. So they are the same kind of tea, but different roasting types and different colors.
Exactly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So what I want to mention also is that this tea is harvested twice a year.
I see.
For those times of the year, it's winter and spring. So it's a really, really beautiful tea. As you roast it, you can see that the color changes. The tea that from the dawn to the night, the caffeine level changes. So like depending on the time of the day, so if in the morning you wanted more energy, I would definitely recommend dawn. With the dawn, you're gonna get the most original taste of the tea. Exactly. Then as we get more darker, we're gonna roast it a little longer. It's gonna lose a little bit of the caffeine, but it's also gonna bring out different tasting notes. So for example, the morning light, it's gonna be a little sweeter than our dawn.
Oh, sweeter.
Yeah, and then our daylight, as I mentioned, since it's a little towards the afternoon, it has more of a balance between the aroma and the aftertaste. That dusk is going to taste more of a charcoal flavor. And then I don't know if you enjoyed aged drinks, but the night will be like more of an aged kind of tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So all of these again, like with our other teas, all of them are ITI recognized.
ITI is international.
So it's International Taste Institute.
Oh, okay.
So the beautiful thing about that is that all these teas are judged by 200 blindfolded Michelin chefs.
Okay.
And so it's blindfolded, so there's no bias. You know, they again really put a lot of hard work into this tea, and the Michelin chefs taste it, and there's no bias, and you know they grade it based on how well the tea tastes.
Based on the taste. Okay.
Yeah, based on the taste, and so we received that prestigious honor from the ITI International Taste Institute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it for 2023 or?
Yeah, so 2021, and then onward. Yeah.
Oh, 2021, 2022, 2023.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very amazing. So, did you order anything from the Taro series or the milk tea series?
Yeah,
popular menu.
I did one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so my personal favorite is the bubble milk tea.
Bubble milk tea. Okay.
Yeah, if you haven't tried that yet, I highly recommend that.
Sure, I'll try that for sure. So this one's going to be 6 minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Which tea tastings did you smell actually?
I think the one I can remember the one like specialized in 吃茶三千.
I think I know what you're talking about. The Cassia.
Yeah,
So Cassia is one of my favorites. It's really good with mousse, iced. Cassia has notes of cocoa and vanilla.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good. And this water should be 95 degrees, right?
95 degrees,
It's the
correct.
best temperature.
So to bring out the best qualities of this tasting tea, yes, 95 degrees, the standard.
Standard. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then you have the 3 grams of the tea leaves in 95 degree water in 6 minutes.
Exactly. So everything is a science.
Well, yeah,
you know, I love that. So
chemistry lab.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know, I've worked at coffee shops, so the Acacia scale is a very high grade scale. It's very delicate.
Yeah.
So again, at吃茶三千, we want to serve the best tasting tea. Everything is high quality. All the products. That also includes our technology, our equipment.
Yeah.
So as you notice, we use white porcelain cups, which retain the heat. We use high grade scales. We make sure that we time it precisely so that you steep the tea and that we enjoy the best tasting tea.
Yeah.
And the water needs to be 95 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And we enjoy sharing what we have to the world.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the future you can do a tea class for the kids. You know?
I would love to. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Great.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the cups to serve. Okay. And just like our tea cups, we keep these in hot water to
preheat it. Okay.
correct.
Okay, that's cool. Nice.
All right.
How much is it?
Yeah, about 10 seconds
10
left.
seconds. Cool. So do you know what does that mean? 吃茶三千. What's the name come from?
吃茶三千. So they actually taught us that. We have Taiwanese instructors. I personally don't speak Chinese, but I know the essence of it. There's a Chinese saying or proverb, but I know cha means tea. So that's something I really want to familiarize myself with. So before I tell you anything else, I want to ask them what it means really.
Okay. 请问一下，为什么你们叫吃茶三千呢？
因为我们的名字来源于弱水三千，只取一瓢。
那不是说叫喝茶或品尝吗？为什么叫吃茶呢？
因为在古代的时候，茶叶并不是像现在这样冲泡而成，而是加入葱、姜、蒜、花椒之类的熬成粥一样的东西，所以大家最初说喝茶，其实在说吃茶。从古代来讲，大家都是吃茶，然后茶文化才进一步演变成了现在的喝茶。而在我们吃茶三千呢，我们的茶饮品中也会加入各式各样的小料，比如珍珠、椰果之类的，所以我们也是用吃茶三千。
哦，这个意思。好，来，谢谢你的解释。
谢谢。
对。
All right.
Ready?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So you block the leaves, go to the cup. Nice. In the future, anything, the cap just didn't work.
All right. So I want to show you the tea leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and actually take one out of the cup to show you. Okay.
Wow.
So as you can see, it's loose leaf. So it's not too fine.
Okay.
You can actually see the tea leaf.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Would you like to smell the cup?
It is very strong.
Yeah. Is it tea?
Alright, thank you.
It's extra hot, so please be careful. Allow yourself to enjoy it for 3 seconds to really have the full tasting tea.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Oh.
Do you have any questions?
Not right now, but everything is so cool and tastes very good.
All right. Thank you for visiting.
Yeah, no problem.
Please tell your friends about us.